want to. I'll pull the sword out the border, walk a floor full of cobras. Go to war with you all, we can brawl toe to toe. I can tighten loops in my lace and make lightning lose in a race. I make fire cool and come back from the triangle in Bermuda. I can suit up, live in the moon, working and outsmarting computers. I can outswim all the tuna, and that's without a scuba. So in the laws of nature, I'm breaking the rules. Only thing I'm bad at is being a loser. I can make time traveling a surprise, make graveyards feel alive, break the immortal down to his demise. Look up and beam to the stars so you can turn off the lights. I come alive in the dark, and I keep getting stronger. Tonight I hunt with the pride. You can't take my pride away. I can sing with the birds and the trees in the morning, or roll like the storms way over the ocean. My limit's the sky. I do the impossible, impossible. Shine if I want to. I win every time if I want to. The world mine if I want to. Make the world mine cause I want to. Even on the days when I'm late as ever, my timing is right. Even in the darkest moments, stay close, I'm that shining the light. I can make an earthquake nervous, I can make the sun wear a visor. I can make a wise owl see me as a daily advisor. I'm that cool shade, peaceful night, and still my breath is a storm. I bet I can make the...
It's week 1 of the National Football League, where we'll see a brawl inside the NFC North. It's the Packers and the Vikings, and it's all up.
The veteran kicker Mason Crosby set to do the honors here. And we are underway from downtown Minneapolis. And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line. The Vikings offense coming out for the first time, and in his 5th season leading this crew, coming off his 3rd career Pro Bowl nod, Kirk Cousins.
Kirk Cousins is back for his 5th year as Minnesota's starter, tied for the longest streak of stability the team has had at quarterback since, get this, Fran Tarkenton in the late 1970s. He's been excellent during that time, making a 2nd Pro Bowl last season after 4,200 yards and 33 touchdowns through the air. The Vikings, though, still hovering right around 500 at the 8-win mark, hoping to see him lead a talented roster back to the postseason.
Open here, Adam Thielen. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. A first down for Minnesota. Cousins finding Thielen. The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Running the jet sweep. This is Thielen with it. Oh, look at the juke. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. Cousins gives way to Cook. Down to about the 32. The Vikings here hosting Green Bay in the season opener, and they've got one of those quirks in the schedule that is going to work in their favor. They play all 3 of their division home games in the first 5 weeks of the year. After Green Bay today, they host Detroit in week 3 and then Chicago in week 5. They just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there. Well, whatever script they put together for this offensive drive, Charles, seems to be working. I'm curious to see if this defense will make any adjustments here.
Things certainly going according to plan. I mean, the way they're advancing the football, it's like they're on the practice field having one of their better days. But instead, it's game day, and they're moving the ball downfield with purpose.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Well, he certainly didn't like when he saw it all from the coverage on his primary reads, and he didn't even have any luck trying to get back to his safety valve. Give defense a credit. Coverage was in lockdown mode everywhere.
Looking for Thielen, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Quay Walker. And the Packers are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover. No doubt a very disappointing end to what was a pretty strong opening drive.
They had 3 points in their back pocket. It was there for them. If you don't like what you see, just throw it away. Make sure you get those points on the board. Don't get too greedy. He forced it there. You saw the end result.
Green Bay's offense trots out, and just as it has been since week 1 of the 2008 season, Aaron Rodgers leads the way, now in his 18th year in the National Football League. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Give the tackle to Terrell Lewis. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Play clock down to 3, and we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. On play action, it's Rodgers. He has it complete to Christian Watson. He'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. That one. $20 and a first down. Working from the gun, Rodgers. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw is Rodgers. He's got a man. Complete. Touchdown, Packers. Christian Watson with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Packers are on the board here first in the season opener. Crosby connects on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it was all capped off by a touchdown catch from Christian Watson. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. And the Vikings taking the field here for their second drive of the game. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
On second down, it's Cook again. They juked him. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the first down as well. Again, it's Cook. On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. 46 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. Off the play fake, Cousins. Rush coming, and he's taken down. A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards. Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously, led to a very quick sack. Throwing on 2nd and long. Cousins under pressure, and they got to him again. They bring the safety on the blitz, and he busts through to drop him for an 8-yard loss. Cousins with work to do after the sack as he brings his guys up on a 3rd and long. They're going to look to throw. And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up. So on 4th down, Ryan Wright on to punt for Minnesota. This is taken at about the 14. 7 yards on the return after a punt of 39. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Packers offense here coming back out for their second drive. And Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, it allows you to see that the entire offseason and know, hey, right out of the gate, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit. If you just have them all bunched up at the end of the year, that's not as much fun watching teams try to survive that gauntlet when you do have injuries down the stretch. And last but not least, let's face it, we're TV people. What a great game to sell right out of the gate.
He finds Watson. It's caught. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Packers with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Called 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. From the shotgun, a give to Jones. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice, steady game.
A give to Jones. And he stopped immediately there. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Off off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. And that will be incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the number one thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps out the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Rodgers going to go on 4th down. He finds Watson complete. And he is going to have a Packers first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. They go back to the ground with Jones. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Here's Rodgers. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Jordan Hicks. And the Vikings are going to have it here just past the 25.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. But Charles, here's the Packers 2022 draft class, and they certainly gave a boost to both sides of the ball. It started with taking a pair of teammates from that vaunted Georgia defense in the first round, and then bringing in a pair of receivers to offset the loss of Davante Adams.
Well, a couple of things, Brandon. Before the draft, we all kind of joked, hey, if you just take Georgia Bulldogs in this draft, you will have a good draft, and Green Bay took that to the extreme, taking linebacker Quay Walker 22nd overall, and defensive tackle Devontae Wyatt 28th. And then that screaming need for receiver was met. Christian Watson out of North Dakota State goes in the 2nd round, and Romeo Doubs in the 4th round out of Nevada. Both can run. Christian Watson with some length as well.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Cousins from the gun on 3rd. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down. So on 4th down, on is the punter, Ryan Wright. Pulled in at the 24. We'll call it a 42-yard punt, 3 on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. We'll remind you that coming up tonight, the first Sunday nighter of the new season. And how about this for a matchup? The Buccaneers and the Cowboys from Dallas, 8:20 Eastern. Then tomorrow, Monday night, just one game here in Week 1 this year. And it will pit the Broncos and Seahawks as Russell Wilson makes his Bronco debut. And, of course, where is it? Seattle. Coincidence? We'll let you decide. Inside give to Jones. And he'll get what he can up the middle. 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now a play fake. Rodgers eyes the crossing route and hits Watson. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 30. With that, he's up to 160 yards receiving now for the ball game. Jones. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. They fake the give. Now Rodgers. And this is caught at the 8. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. It's a gain of 22 as we tick towards the 2-minute warning.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
Now Jones. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. They'll try again with Jones. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. A nice run there as he picks up 6. It's going to be 3rd and goal now. So now things get interesting on 3rd and goal from the 1.
This almost becomes a Darwinian call, doesn't it? Almost survival of the fittest here. I know we can go all cliche. I'll go ahead and do it. Who wants it more here? Who has a better leverage?
And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. Jordan Love scoring on the sneak from a yard out. And the Packers have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Crosby with the extra point, and it's now 14-0. So that drive goes 8 plays, and it was capped off by the quarterback sneak for 6. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. And out now come the Vikings. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive, but at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer, and make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you and just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Cousins on first down. Open man is Osborne. He's got it. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. From the 36. Throw left side on target to Thielen. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. And they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there. Working out of the gun. Cousins under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards. These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles. And that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
Well, still trailing here, but they do get the late field goal. Now their defense will try to keep this score right where it is heading into the locker room.
Yeah, and trailing it to break, you obviously don't want to go in off of a negative play. Give him credit for that one. Finding a way to put points on the board. Give him any type of a spark, anything to build off of as they try and plan a comeback.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they'll have time for one play. That's it. 3 seconds to go before intermission. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. Second down. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the third. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Well, the Packers ready to go to start quarter number 3. This offense set to begin the third quarter. And, Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one. So now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have control in this ball game. And down the stretch, being able to be balanced. Either throw it or run it and try and win this ball game.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. A quick throw here out to Cobb. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
Randall Cobb back for a 12th NFL season, all but 2 with these Green Bay Packers. You certainly have to admire his longevity as he's one of just 3 receivers still around from the 2011 draft. He may not be the top receiver on your team, but he still contributed 375 yards last season and a first down here.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Not a huge play, but I think they're more than happy with how it turned out. Don't be surprised to see them revisit that call because there was a lane there for more than just 5 yards. Put it in your back pocket and break it out when you need it later.
On play action, Rodgers. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. Now it's Rodgers. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind, and we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. Okay, so roughing the passer, I've got to imagine that's the last thing you want to see week 1 is your quarterback taking an unnecessary hit.
I think you're exactly right about that. You hate it any week, but boy, are you on target. This is a unit that's dependent on him to take him through 17 games, so
he'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Rashawn Gary that time fighting free and getting to the quarterback.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback, he's not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
Cousins throw complete to his receiver, Thielen. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. So they've been unable to capitalize on the great field position as of yet. Here's 3rd and 9. 3rd down, here's a run by Cook. And he'll be brought down well short of the first at about the 9-yard line. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down. Now the Vikings will send out the special teams crew here for a field goal try. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And his kick is good. And a second field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. So kind of disappointing there. I mean, yes, they get the 3 with a starting field position like that. 3's not what you're banking on.
No, and you just have to wonder if you can afford to let chances like that continue to pass you by. You've got to find ways to get the ball to the end zone and put 6s on the scoreboard.
Nixon elects not to return it, and this comes out to the 25. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. Here comes another drive from this unit, and Charles, they're coming off a costly mistake on the last possession, an interception in a game that is very close right now.
Well, as we know, they all sting no matter what the situation, but in a one-possession game, that'll hurt a little bit more. But this is an excellent opportunity to make up for it on this drive. I just don't expect them to try and take huge gambles to make up that momentum in a hurry.
So that flag obviously takes away the good yardage that they had on the play.
And talk about a momentum shift, because we can visibly see this celebration shifting from one side of the field to the other as soon as everyone saw the flag.
And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Harrison Smith. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Following the interception, Cousins. Throw caught there by Osborne. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And not much, maybe a yard down to the 23.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
Now it's 2nd and 9. Cousins to throw it. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him. Cousins with work to do after the sack as he brings his guys up on a 3rd and long. They'll drop to throw. Open man is Thielen is complete. Touchdown, Vikings. Adam Thielen with career touchdown number 60. And the Vikings have come back to make it a 2-point game. Cousins will try and throw. Goes right side. And he's got it. So they went ahead and went for 2 to tie the game, and it works out. And the formula there on the 2-point try to go 5 wide. Not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that someone, if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at their own 24. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Open man left side. It's the tight end, Tunyon. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Rodgers now to throw. He finds his receiver, Watson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Here's Rodgers to throw. Caught on the right side by Jones. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. From the 41, Rodgers. And able to find Allen Lazard. First target, first catch, and a 1st down. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. This is caught. It's Christian Watson. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A good pickup there, 26 yards. To throw is Rodgers. He's got Watson. It's caught. Touchdown, Packers. A great effort there. Making quite a splash with his 2nd touchdown in his NFL debut. And the Packers, on the final play of the 3rd quarter, have taken the lead. Now Crosby for the point after. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis, where the fourth quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the third quarter. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Now the Vikings offense works their way back onto the field. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Second down, they go right back to Cook. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 67 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. Some good games around the league here early in week 1, and this one's shaping up to be as good as any of them as we come up on a 1st and 10. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be second down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
Now Cousins. This one brought in by Jefferson. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. The Vikings on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. To throw, Cousins. And he'll be hit as he releases it. And that'll fall incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to be a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. They'll run for it. Cook. And this doesn't end well at all as they stop him far behind the line to gain. Dalvin Cook turned away on 4th down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. So he needed the short yardage, Charles. He elected to try to bounce it outside of the outer third, unsuccessful.
Sometimes those plays are stacked up by the defense and there's nowhere to go, so you have to bounce it outside. And some backs just get impatient. They want to go to where they think there's more open territory instead of going where the play was actually blocked. In any case, it didn't work here.
Up the middle, Jones. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. I'm sure that that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down. And quickly they get to the line. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. He finds Watson. It's caught. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Christian Watson now with his 3rd touchdown in his 1st ever NFL game. And the Packers are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And the lead now up to 14.
Mason Crosby, the kickoff for Green Bay.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. And now out comes Minnesota. And a drive that stalled out last time. Went for it on 4th. Didn't get it. How does that translate here? I would imagine momentum's with the defense.
Definitely with the defense, because anytime anyone goes for it on 4th down, that's telling you as a defense that you can't stop us. We don't think that you can. And when you actually do, that may put a little dent in the confidence of the offense the next time they hit the field.
Yeah, we'll see if they can bring that pride to the offense this go-around. On 2nd and inches, Cousins. Complete. Jefferson to target. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. Hard to believe his 1st catch of the game. Defensively, they bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him, and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 84 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Cousins now. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ball game. Well, collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number is just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback.
They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Brings up 3rd down.
From the gun, here's Cousins. Open man is Osborne. He's got him. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the 1st. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He'll get this complete to Jalen Reagor. And he is going to pick up the Vikings' 1st down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. To the air again, it's Cousins. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Osborne. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Cousins now to throw on 1st down. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Jair Alexander. He's at the 40, the 20, and into the end zone. It's a pick-6 and a Packer touchdown. So a 4th quarter pick-6 here, and that one might put this game out of reach, CD.
I certainly agree with that, partner, and I know one thing, though. That team that just got the pick-6, they're going to keep playing until this one's over. Better be careful. They're looking to get another one.
Crosby connects on the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6, and now the kick is away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week 1 because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. So these fans just kind of beside themselves right now. Now a throw here to his running back, and he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. To throw again on 2nd down, Cousins. And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Here's Cousins. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Again, it's Cousins. Throw caught there by Osborne. He had a great move, but he'll still be stopped shy of midfield. Now they got to get to the line quickly. From just shy of midfield, Cousins. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Cousins on 1st down. Out route to Jefferson, and he's got it. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. On 1st and 10, Cousins. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver. 2nd and 10 now from the 27. Working out of the gun, Cousins. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. They'll throw again. Cousins. He's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there. That brings up 4th. Desperation time. Cousins on 4th down. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Jalen Nailor, his first NFL reception, goes for 6. And the Vikings have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And the lead will be cut down to 14. So the drive goes 75 yards, 10 plays. And it's polished off by a Viking score. So time definitely not in their favor. Down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick. And this is recovered by the Packers, so that might just about do it. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number empirical.
They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. And here come the whistles and a timeout with 7 seconds left. Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10. Rodgers throwing here. He's got Watson. It's caught. Touchdown, Packers. From 21 yards away. And the Packers are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Turning into a really good performance on the road. Week 1, you're just hoping for that first win. It's tough to do it away from home, though, but they're looking strong.
It certainly is. Any road win in the NFL is a great road win. I mean, it just does not matter whether it's supposed to be tough or not. In this particular situation, how great will they feel leaving with a win on the road against a tough opponent?
A little work still to do, though. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. This fielded right at the goal line. And that foul kickoff concludes the ball game, partner. And one side, a really nice win in this one. They were good on offense and on defense.
And I'm guessing in the other locker room, partner, the head coach is just telling his team, hey, we didn't play well enough to keep it close enough where that one possession down the stretch might have given us an opportunity to win the game.
So for the Packers, hey, you get a win, you get it on the road. You can't ask for much more than that to start the year. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Chicago Bears. Meanwhile, for Minnesota, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Philly to face off with the Eagles.
Here to dance at the beginning, so you know it's only right, that's how we eat. Came all the way from losing to winning, yeah I did it.